If you're interested in digital radio scanners, but don't want all the confusion, you're in the right place. In this video, we've done all the research for you and narrowed down the 5 best digital scanners available right now. I'll share honest, practical insights on what each model excels at and where they fall short, so you can confidently choose the scanner that fits your needs and budget. You can check availability and the current prices in the description. Let's get started. Number 5, Uniden BCD996P2, Best Value Mobile Digital Radio Scanner. If you're looking for a reliable P25 Phase 2 capable mobile scanner in a price range near $500, this might be the one. What makes it attractive right off the bat is how well it handles both analog and digital transmissions, including P25 Phase 2 systems. Compared to similarly priced scanners, it offers robust trunk tracking features without the hassle of an SD card that can become corrupted, an issue known to occur on models like the Bearcat BCD436HP. In that sense, the BCD996P2 feels like a safer, more stable investment. Programming can be handled through free software like FreeScan, letting you download frequencies from radio reference and target specific regions or counties. However, there are a few quirks. Some users have trouble fully disabling the close call mode, as it occasionally gets stuck on a hit frequency, requiring manual intervention to return to scanning. This is not a deal breaker, but can be an inconvenience until you get comfortable navigating the functions. Similarly, the scanner's weather priority feature can cut off parts of transmissions every couple of seconds, so many users choose not to use it. Once you have everything programmed, you'll likely notice that audio levels can vary from channel to channel. Even with automatic gain control enabled for both analog and digital signals, one channel might be quiet while another comes through overly loud, sometimes even distorted. To fix this, some people go as far as adjusting each channel's volume offset individually, which can be time-consuming. Still, for day-to-day scanning, this approach eventually yields a balanced listening experience. If you do a lot of streaming, like broadcasting your feed online, you'll want to keep a close eye on the volume offset so listeners aren't startled by sudden changes. Firmware updates are crucial to get the best results. With the scanner's software updated from version 1.06.01 to 1.08.1, P25 reception improves noticeably. Digital audio quality, especially on P25 signals, is surprisingly clear through an external communication speaker, although the built-in speaker sounds a bit muffled. If you live in an area with digital simulcast systems, be aware you may need to carefully position your antenna for best reception. This is an ongoing challenge with many scanners in this category. For those who need it, the BCD996P2 supports upgrades to DMR and NXDN with the latest firmware, which you can install on your own or send it in for service. Doing it yourself can save you a bit of money, and it's not too difficult if you follow the instructions closely. Programming quick keys is also straightforward, and you can assign separate quick keys to manage different systems or groups. This feature is particularly useful if you want to block out certain channels or entire systems in a pinch. Perfect for skipping chatter you don't want to hear in the moment. In this price range, the BCD996P2 gives you a dependable performance and advanced trunking features that many hobbyists and professionals look for. Compared to other digital scanners that cost about the same, it's a strong contender because it avoids the SD card vulnerability and delivers crisp digital audio once properly tweaked. Yes, it has minor annoyances like volume differences and close call hiccups, but the scanner's overall stability and update potential offer excellent value for the money. To sum up what we like is the competitive price. No SD card needed, avoiding corruption issues found in some comparable models. Clear digital audio, especially with a quality external speaker. It supports firmware updates and optional DMR NXDN upgrades, and the quick keys for efficient channel management. On the downside, close call function can be difficult to disengage at times, inconsistent audio levels requiring manual volume offset adjustments. The weather priority feature can cut off parts of transmissions, and muffled internal speaker sound, especially on digital. Number 4, Best Premium Handheld Digital Scanner, Uniden SDS100. Uniden SDS100 has finally established itself as a feature-rich, high-quality digital scanner, so it's no surprise that it finds a spot on our list. The scanner has quite a presence with its large color display, big battery, and stylish design. These features are quite likable and useful, but they also mean that it is large and bulky. The battery forms a bump at the lower back of the scanner, which almost puts it level with the belt clip placed at the top. The clip still works, but it feels somewhat uncomfortable and makes you wonder if you should hang an expensive scanner like that. Personally, I feel reassured by either using a lanyard, a case, or putting it in a pocket. This setup also means you cannot use this radio with disposable batteries or other rechargeable batteries. While it isn't unheard of, it is somewhat unusual for handheld scanners. However, this is necessary since conventional options can't handle the power requirements. The scanner needs at least 1 amp current to charge, and the wall charger is rated at 2 amp. The good thing is that all that power is put to good use with features. One of the more impressive features is its ability to handle simulcast transmissions. It uses an SDR approach to work with simulcasts, putting it ahead of most other scanners. This includes the slightly lower-placed model in the lineup, the Uniden BCD436HP, which can't handle simulcast transmissions and lacks a color screen. A more comparable scanner for the SDS100 would be the Uniden SDS200. However, that is more of a base model variant of the SDS100, though a larger display sure is alluring. That's not to say that the 3.5-inch display on the SDS100 is any less appealing, as it suits the qualities of a flagship handheld scanner. The bright color display is customizable, and you can set up a detailed display with information like noise indicator, TGID, RSSI, and more. Moving on, it can receive a wide range of analog frequencies, including airband, CB radio, and most others. It can also receive weather channels, alerts, and works with SAME codes. The performance on digital signals is as impressive, and it can receive several signals, except encrypted communication. These include P25, DMR Tier 3, Moto Turbo, NXDN, and more. However, these services are paid upgrades, and users have to shell out up to $60 for each. These upgrades, along with the initial premium pricing, make it an expensive deal. Overall, Uniden SDS100 is an impressive and feature-rich handheld digital scanner. It is best suited for users who don't mind paying a premium for features and additional offerings. To sum up, what we like is the customizable color display with many details. Handles simulcast quite well, good battery capacity, receives a wide range of analog and digital signals, and good signal reception and audio quality. On the downside, can feel big and bulky, usually doesn't charge while scanning, and many digital services are paid upgrades purchased separately. Number 3. Uniden BCD325P2. Best Budget Digital Scanner. Uniden BCD325P2 is one of the lowest priced handheld digital scanners delivering digital trunking, including P25 Phase 1 and 2. It also covers a broad frequency range, about 25 MHz to 960 MHz, and does both analog and digital well enough that most everyday users won't feel limited. If you compare it to similarly priced scanners, the fact that it handles newer P25 systems without breaking the bank makes it really stand out. One key advantage is its extremely lightweight design. Throw it into a backpack or clip it to your belt and you'll hardly notice it's there. Unlike some bigger digital scanners, it's not unwieldy, and the compact form factor makes it comfortable to carry all day. Another major benefit is that it takes 2 AA batteries. Many scanners come with proprietary battery packs that force you to hunt for a charger if they die. With this unit, you can swap out fresh AA's on the fly, rechargeable or otherwise, and get back to monitoring. However, battery life isn't stellar. Expect about 4 hours or so if you keep the backlight or certain features on. That's a trade-off for having only 2 AA cells under the hood. Charging via USB is possible, but the scanner still draws from the batteries while it's plugged in, so it won't run indefinitely on external power alone. This is less of a problem if you're okay carrying extra batteries or keeping a portable USB charger on hand. When it comes to programming, the BCD325P2 doesn't give you an included software option or the convenience of a zip code database that's found in higher-end models. Beginners might feel overwhelmed by manual programming. The best workaround is to use third-party software, ProScan, ArcXT, or FreeScan, and pair that with a subscription to Radio Reference to import data. If you don't plan on dealing with giant statewide systems, the BCD325P2's memory limits won't bother you. But if you do track large networks with hundreds of talk groups, watch out. You could run into 500 ID limit per group or get warning messages about too many talk groups. That might be frustrating if you live in an area with a statewide P25 network. Simulcast distortion is another potential concern. If you live near multiple towers on a simulcast system, this scanner might have difficulty following certain transmissions. Adjusting P25 threshold values can help, and some people have found that setting the threshold to around 6, 7, or 8 makes the audio more stable. Depending on your location, you can improve reception by experimenting with thresholds, using a weaker antenna, or simply moving the scanner a bit further from your body. Despite these caveats, the BCD325P2 still holds its own against other digital scanners in its price bracket. The combination of wide frequency coverage, P25 digital trunking, and the handy ability to swap out standard AA batteries means it packs a lot of value. It doesn't have the fancy features of high-end scanners, no SD card storage or plug-and-play database, but if you don't need all that or you want a secondary scanner for traveling, this can be an excellent choice. To sum up what I like is that it's lightweight and easy to carry. It uses 2 standard AA batteries. It covers P25 Phase 1 and Phase 2 digital trunking. It has a USB charging port, though still drains from batteries, and good audio despite a small speaker. On the downside, it struggles with simulcast systems unless you tweak P25 threshold settings. The limited memory capacity can be frustrating for large statewide networks. The battery life is short, about 4 hours with continuous use, and it requires third-party software and a radio reference subscription for easier programming. Number 2, Uniden SDS200, Best Premium Digital Scanner. The Uniden SDS200 immediately stands out for its performance on digital trunking systems and its wide array of advanced features. It comes with a large, crisp color display, which helps you see the active channel and talk group information at a glance. Compared to other scanners near the $700 price point, it does more than just cover basic frequencies. It excels at decoding P25 Phase 2 simulcast signals without garbled audio, thanks to the software-defined radio, or SDR for short, design. That alone makes it one of the top premium digital scanners on the market. Its reception capability is impressive, especially on strong signals, where it easily locks onto transmissions that lesser units might miss. Even analog audio comes through loud and crisp, and the adjustable volume offset means you can tweak individual channels to level out any differences. Because it is essentially the base mobile version of the SDS100 handheld scanner, it inherits many of the same powerful decoding features. However, it sets itself apart with the addition of an Ethernet port for streaming your scanner audio directly to services like Broadcastify, a handy feature for enthusiasts who want remote control or public sharing of their feed. The high-resolution customizable color display is a game-changer. Text is easy to read, and the multicolored background options let you choose something that stands out clearly in both daytime and nighttime conditions. However, bright sunlight can wash out the display, so you might need to adjust its angle or brightness when using it in a vehicle. That is less of a concern if you plan to use it primarily on a desk or in a shaded interior. Because of its SDR architecture and powerful filtering options, the SDS200 handles challenging simulcast systems noticeably better than many older scanners, including the BCD996P2 or Home Patrol 2. If you live in an area with multiple overlapping towers, this model outperforms most scanners, pulling in cleaner digital audio with a lower error rate. Also, tinkering with individual site filter settings to eliminate garbled sound can make a noticeable difference in busy urban environments. In terms of downsides, the SDS200 does not handle weaker signals as well as an advanced SDR setup, like an AirSpy or SDR Play, particularly on distant or faint transmissions. When it comes to programming, the scanner comes with a built-in database covering the United States and Canada, making setup faster if you use location-based scanning. Manually inputting a zip code quickly loads local frequencies, which is great for beginners. More experienced users can refine favorite lists via Sentinel software or a third-party tool like ProScan, saving time and skipping channels they do not want to hear. If you need specialized upgrades such as DMR, NXDN, or ProVoice, you can purchase them directly from Uniden, but I wish these were included in the premium price. Overall, the SDS200's combination of advanced filtering, big display, Ethernet streaming, and robust trunk tracking sets it apart from other digital scanners. Yes, it's pricey, but the payoff in clear simulcast perception and easy database updates often justifies the cost for dedicated hobbyists who want the best performance in a base mobile form factor. To sum up what I like is the excellent P25 Phase 2 simulcast perception due to SDR architecture, the large vivid color display with customizable backgrounds, the front-mounted Ethernet port for convenient streaming and control, the loud, clear audio with adjustable volume offsets, and the easy zip code programming and comprehensive built-in database. On the downside, it's pricey compared to other models in its class, additional paid upgrades for DMR, NXDN, and ProVoice, and weaker signal decoding can lag behind specialized SDR gear. Number 1. Uniden BCD436HP, our top choice. Uniden BCD436HP is full of features and is amongst the best digital handheld scanners available, making it our top choice for this category. It has a solid build and can cover analog and digital signals, making it very useful for the current setting. It's worth mentioning that this model shares most of its features with the higher-priced Uniden SDS100. The flagship model has some advantages like a color screen, better simulcast handling, bigger SD card memory at 8 GB, and faster scanning. However, the BCD436HP is more competitively priced and offers similar performance. It can work using a 4 GB SD card that's loaded with database information on the frequencies and locations across the USA and Canada. This works seamlessly with the Home Patrol feature, where you can enter your location or zip code, and the scanner pulls relevant frequencies, including weather channels and SAME alert settings for your location. It is also GPS compatible, though not all models come with GPS built in. If GPS data is available, the scanner automatically picks up relevant frequencies for your location. The scanner and database can include frequencies over a 50-mile radius. However, while the range is impressive, it may not necessarily be useful and can make scanning slow. For most users, limiting the range to 5 to 10 miles delivers best performance. The relevant information is easily available and visible on the large, customizable, and detailed display. While the display is rich in information, the resolution is a bit low, making it difficult to read for some users. This is one of the aspects where the competing scanner Whistler TRX1 performs better than the BCD436HP. It displays text and information relatively more clearly. However, the Whistler scanner doesn't perform as well on digital reception, trunked signals, or the range of digital services available. It can receive several digital and trunked signals, including DMR Tier 3, NXDN, P25, EDACS, and more. However, most of these services are directly available, and each service must be purchased separately for a fee. By contrast, the TRX1 doesn't require any additional purchases. Needless to say, its performance with analog signals is impressive, and it covers most frequencies, except those prohibited by law, like mobile phone frequencies. Though the audio isn't stunning, it is clear and crisp. There's also a useful instant reply feature that plays back the last 240 seconds of the most recent transmissions. You must know, however, that it is not beginner-friendly, since navigating the features and menus can be difficult and overwhelming for a new user, and the owner's manual is quite cursory over a lot of features. So new users might have to persevere a bit to get the most out of this handheld scanner. Overall, Uniden BCD436HP is a well-made and sturdy digital handheld scanner that's a great pick for most enthusiasts, especially those who want to keep up with the ever-increasing digital signal adoption. Beginners might find the features overwhelming, but they can use this scanner with some effort and research. To sum up, what we like is the sturdy construction, the customized display with detailed information, the good battery capacity, the Home Patrol features, and the good signal reception and audio quality. On the downside, it's a bit big and bulky, and many digital services are paid upgrades purchased separately. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped you figure out which is the best digital scanner for you. Remember, you can check prices in the description below. And if you're interested in more radio reviews and suggestions, be sure to check out more of our videos. Before you go, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to stay updated, and let me know your opinion and suggestions in the comments. Have an awesome day.